Hey guys, welcome to my first video. I'm super excited to start filming and to start sharing my personal favorites with you, my hauls, maybe eventually, maybe some tutorials. We'll see what kind of happens. I'm super excited to get this started and to get to just be on YouTube for the first time ever. I don't know, I'm really excited about this. So today I actually am going to talk about my January favorites. These are items that I picked up either at the very end of December or at the beginning of January, and I've really been using and loving this month. I guess it's only been a few days into this month, but let's be real, you can love things in a very short time when it comes to makeup. I have 6 things I'm going to talk to you about today. I'm going to go ahead and start with concealer. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. It's Weightless Complete Coverage. So when I first really started wearing concealer, I started right off the bat with NARS because I heard everyone talking about how great the NARS concealer was, the creamy radiant concealer, and how great it highlights when you get in a shade lighter in your skin, all this different stuff. I heard everyone raving about it, so I got it. The one problem that I was having is that I have really dry under eye areas, and it didn't matter what I put on my under eyes, if I moisturized first, if I put on, eye cream before, if I even put on my foundation all the way up to my waterline and before I put on concealer, it didn't matter what I did, it got really dry and started moving from the inner corners of my eyes and got like really splotchy all in here. So I decided, okay, I finished my bottle. I was like, okay, I'll try something different. And I heard a lot of people start raving about the Urban Decay concealer. So I decided, okay, I'll go get it. And I got the shade Fair Neutral. It looks extremely light when I put it on my skin. It looks extremely light, I know. But once you start kind of blending it out, especially with your foundation already on, and if you use like a damp beauty blender and really start pressing it into your skin, it starts to match shades a little bit better. And of course, you do want it a little bit lighter than your skin because you really want to highlight and hide dark circles or veins or whatever it is you have under your eyes. I have really veiny under eye area that's closer so you can kind of see how that all blended right in and doesn't look super light on my skin. But I have really veiny under eye area, and even my eyelid itself is like incredibly veiny, so we gotta find something kind of thick enough to cover that without looking cakey, without looking like I have something really thick on. It was super awesome. The only thing that I have not liked about this so far is that it kind of smells like paint. I haven't really heard anyone else say that uses it, but even the ones that I smell, it's not just mine, it's like the ones that I smelled at the store, I don't know why, it smells like paint to me. But I can't smell it once I put it on. It's just when I smell it like right from the bottle, it smells like some paint. So I'm going to stay in the face area, and my next thing I'm going to talk about is actually from the drugstore. This is Almay Smart Shade Loose Finishing Powder. This that I have is in the shade Light Medium, or it also says 200. This is something I just snagged up at the drugstore. I don't use a lot of drugstore makeups because I have really sensitive skin and I'm always afraid that, it's gonna break me out or whatever. Those are really messy. So it is, I'm gonna like try and show it without spilling everywhere. I always pour just a little bit in the lid because there's always too much like in the actual container to dip my brush in and get like a nice sheer powder and don't have to like tap it off a whole bunch. I just kind of fluff it around in here and like start with this down here where there's not as much in the lid, if that makes sense. Actually, the next thing I'm going to talk about has to do with this as well. It's the Morphe E3 brush. This is what I use to apply. So I'll just tap it in, and I will tap off the brush a little bit to make sure it's sheer, and I just go right in and just smooth it all along my face here to really help set my foundation. It does give you a matte finish, which I love. And I haven't had any problems with it. I was afraid, and I was like, oh, drugstore, it's whatever, I'll just try it. Everyone's been telling me that it's really good, and it really does match your shade, which it does. It matches my foundation perfectly. I've never actually had a face powder match that perfectly. But my makeup doesn't move during the day once I set it. It really does leave me with a matte finish all over my face, even my nose. My nose is my trouble spot where I get kind of oily. And if I apply it and I just get the brush and do like quick back and forth motions all the way up my nose, it really does keep it nice and matte all day. And I work in a humid environment, really, really humid. I work at a pool, and it still keeps me nice and matte, which is awesome to me. So now moving into this brush, now that I've already kind of showed you, the Morphe E3. This, I don't know exactly what it's called. I know it's tapered. That's all that I know. It's called tapered something. My bad. I'll link it down below for you. So this is the Morphe E3 from the Elite collection. This is the softest brush I've ever touched in my entire life. It has long bristles here, and then it has ones of all different sizes all the way around it, so it kind of gives you more of that sheer look when you apply it. It doesn't cake your powder on, which is what I really love, so it still gives me a matte finish without making me look really cakey, which I hate that more than anything, especially when I have texture like I do right now on my forehead. If it sticks to that, it just makes it look 500 times worse. No one likes that. So this brush is amazing. I love the tapered look to it. I love how soft it is. I love the price point of it. Morphe is awesome. So while we're talking about brushes, I'll go ahead and I'll talk about the E4, which is another brush in their Elite collection. This is a tapered contour brush, technically, but I use it for contouring and for blush. In fact, I have some blush on there. That's cute. This, again, is really, really soft. The bristles are amazingly soft, and they start short, they go up big, and so it makes it perfect to really go along angles of your face and to contour right here. It keeps it nice and angled and nice and straight. Same with blush. When I apply, I do it for both my blush and for my contouring. I go in circular motions and in straight windshield wiper motions to really help spread that blush out and to make sure that everything's nice and blended. Sometimes I'll even go back in with the E3 and kind of just do little circular motions to make sure that everything is nice and blended. That's something that I love about the Morphe brush. It's versatile, so I love that about Morphe, besides the price point, guys, let's be real. So while we're talking about blush, I'll go ahead and pull out my blush here. This is a new blush I picked up from NARS. So story time, actually, I really didn't even mean to pick up this blush. I knew I wanted NARS, but I always go for more of a coral blush since I'm redheaded and I like that more orangey kind of tint to it. So I went to go pick up a coral blush, and it was really busy. It was the 2 days after Christmas. Everyone was there spending their gift cards. Like me, I was there spending my gift cards. How smart I am with the rest of the crowd. And I went and I was looking at the display and I read it wrong. I read that the color Seduction was a coral color. And I was like, oh, perfect. Didn't even, open the package to look at it. Just grabbed the package and threw it in my basket and went along my way. Paid for it. Didn't even look at it that night. I was with family. So that next day when I went to go put on my makeup, I opened up my blush and I saw this. And I sat there, and I looked at it, and I closed it, pretend like it wasn't there, and I opened it again, and it was still this color. And I wasn't really sure what to do, because this is really, really dark. And this is really dark. Really, really dark. And I didn't have any other blush. I already threw on my other one. It was really old. It was really nasty. It was going on my face spotty. It wasn't even going on smooth. And I was like, whatever, I don't even care. I'm just getting rid of it, because I'm getting a new blush tomorrow. This is coral. It's not coral. This is wine burgundy, opposite of coral. I mean, this is purple almost. This is almost purple. So I decided to just power through. I was like, whatever, you know what? I'm just gonna make it work because I'm kind of frustrated. I'm mad at myself anyway right now, so I'm just gonna put it on, and it's gonna be whatever. And I love it. It is the perfect winter shade for blush. I'm really, really fair skin, as you can tell. I am the whitest person you've ever seen. You can see how white I am. It's ridiculous. So I just go in with the E4 brush, and I barely get some on my brush. I tap it off 500,000 times, and I just go I blend it in and I do my, little highlight on top and we call it a day. And I love the color. I really, really do. It is the perfect just berry color for winter. Like I said, it's just the perfect winter color. And it really does match everything. Even though it has a lot of purple in it, I've worn it, almost every single day since I got it. And I love it. I love it so much. So, story of the day is, sometimes you pick up a random blush. You're still gonna love it. Don't take it back. Just try it out anyway. So the last thing I am going to talk about is this. Let's just take a second. Its packaging is beautiful. I mean, everything about this, from the packaging to the colors to everything, is gorgeous. This is the Tartelette In Bloom palette. They put out 2 palettes during the holidays. This is actually, I think, the second one that they put out. It was the last one at my Sephora. I snagged it. I had to have it. I wasn't sure how I was going to like it. I looked at the colors. The colors are gorgeous. It's everything you could hope and dream for from a Tarte palette. But I never tried Amazonian clay before. So I was skeptical, but I was like, you know what? It's going to be whatever. I didn't know how they went on. First of all, when I opened it, the first thing, I admired the colors, but then the smell. Guys, I could smell this all day. Like, I want a candle made out of this. It smells so good. It smells so good, guys. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the Amazonian clay. I don't know if all their stuff smells like this. Let me know, because I love the smell. So, the colors, second of all, are gorgeous. It has 3 shimmer shades, which I'm sorry that the lighting is kind of crazy, but it has 3 shimmer shades, and the rest of them are all matte. That's something fun to say like 5 times around. Shimmer shade, shimmer shade, shimmer shade. This one here is beautiful for highlighting your brow bone, or for going in your inner corner, or using it as an actual highlight. It is a little bit more of a beige than it looks like in, I'm sorry, I keep turning this everywhere. It is a little bit more beige than it looks like here, but again, it's kind of like a whitish beige. I don't know what my camera is doing to it. This one is a true beige. I'm sorry, this one's called Charmer. This one is Flower Girl, or Flower Child, excuse me. And that is a true beige. And so I love to sweep this one on my eyelids at first, all the way up to my brow bone, because like I said, I have really veiny eyelids, and so this really helps to counteract that blue. This color right here, Funny Girl, is almost the exact same shade as this one, which was Flower Child, but this is a shimmer, and this is gorgeous to put on your inner eye, your inner corner. So pretty. This is the only kind of pinky shade that the whole palette has. This one is called Sweetheart. And then this is Rebel, and this is Leader. These are gorgeous. These are like a reddish brown kind of color. I love, love, love. My hair is being crazy. I love these two to kind of start building your crease and then to really darken it. These colors, like, it goes in a row. Like, all of these would be gorgeous together. All of these would be gorgeous together. All of these would be gorgeous together. Honestly, you could probably do any combination and it would all be so pretty. These two, I know they almost kind of look like dupes at first. This one is called Activist, and this one is Smoke Show. But truly, this one is more of a brown, and it goes on much lighter than Activist does. So when you first start putting this one on in your crease and you blend it out, it is actually a lot lighter than you would think. And this one is more of like your gray Smoke Show. So it's more of a smoky kind of color. My absolute favorite, though, I think it has to be Firecracker. This is a coppery red shimmer. It looks really gold here, but it is definitely more copper. Again, I'm a redhead, so I love highlighting these like orangey coppery shades on my eyes. So, like, just sweep it, like really focus on darkening this outer corner, and then just sweep this over my eye to fade into this darker, like an Activist or Rebel. Any of these right here on this side. It looks so gorgeous with that. I'm in love with this palette. I think if any of you guys can get your hands on it, definitely purchase it. You will not be disappointed from the packaging to the smell to the inside. Is it weird that I think it smells good? I don't think that's weird. It is gorgeous. So that is the my 6 current January favorites. I'm hopefully going to do a favorites video every month. I would love to, or at least do like a haul video, or do something of like new products each month and how I like them. And I'd love to know what you guys think about these products, what your favorites are. I know this is my first video, so I'm super excited. Any constructive criticism is welcome. And please subscribe. I will link these, especially the brushes, I'll link all these items down below for you as well. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!